Okay, right. In question C, they say that if it is given that Tn equals to negative 2n squared plus 24 minus 20, determine the maximum number of passengers on the bus. Now, the term that we should look out for is maximum number, right? Now, remember, in calculus, now, whenever we are trying to find the maximum number or the minimum number of any variable that we're dealing with, we always have to do the first derivative of the function. So we're gonna say the derivative of that function is gonna be minus 4n plus 24, right? And then the second step after finding the first derivative of that function, we're gonna say Tn, that derivative of the function, we're gonna equate it to 0. So we're gonna say minus 4n plus 24 equals to 0, minus 4 plus 24 minus 24 equals to 0, minus 24 minus 4n equals to minus 24. Then we should divide both sides by minus 4 minus 4, and then n is gonna be equals to, so we're gonna say minus 24 over minus 4, which is gonna give us 6, right? We get 6, right? Yes, we're gonna get 6. Then after doing that, for us to find the maximum number of passengers is for us to substitute this n back into the original function or the original equation. Now remember, the original equation is given as Tn equals to minus 2n squared plus 24n minus 20, right? Okay, now we found out that n is equals to 6, so we're going to say T6 equals to minus 2 6 squared plus 24 times 6 minus 20, and that is going to be equals to minus 2 6 squared plus 24 6 minus 20, which is gonna be 52 passengers. So that will be the maximum number of passengers that we're looking for. Now this is a way that you can do it according to calculus, right? But another way that you can do it is to understand this kind of a sequence as a parabola. Now remember that when you're dealing with functions, this kind of a sequence here, we normally refer to it as a parabola. So that's actually referred as a parabola in terms of functions. So you can look at this in terms of a parabola. Now remember, can you see that a is negative? So basically our function, if we had to draw it, if we had to draw that function, seeing that a is positive, this a, I mean this a, seeing that a is negative, not positive, seeing that a is negative, our function is basically going to be concave downwards. So it's going to be concave downwards. So it's going to look probably something like this, right? And now remember that the maximum number that we are looking for, it's actually here, which is what we call a turning point. So we call this a turning point. Right, so this we call a turning point. So another way that you could have done this question was to look at this general term as a parabola, and then remember, for you to find the maximum number of passengers was basically you looking at the turning point. Now remember that the y coordinates of this parabola will be the passengers on the bus, and then the x coordinate will just be basically the stop that every bus that the bus takes. All right. So now remember, there's many ways in which you can find a parabola. The first one is the way that we did it in the calculus way. The other one is where you are given a formula which is x equals to minus b over 2a, right? And that's a way of which you can find the n. But in this case, seeing that we're dealing with n, we don't have to say x, we can just say n. And then you're gonna say, remember, minus b, our b is given as 24 all over 2 times our a is given as minus 2 equals to. If you put it in the calculator, you should get probably the same answer. Yes, you should get n being 6. Alright, can you see? N is 6. And then all you have to do is do the same thing. Just substitute this n back into the original equation, and then you should get your maximum number of passengers on the bus. Alright.